I don't know how to make this big.
Miss Barbara, go ahead.
Okay. Good evening. Oh, sorry. Good evening, campaign ambassadors. Welcome. We are so excited to see you all tonight. Every time you show up to our meetings, you are investing in yourself, and that matters. We are not just here to sell products, we are here to grow, to build, and to become stronger business owners together. As our motto says, share more, serve well, build strong. And tonight we're doing exactly that, building strong by strengthening our knowledge and our confidence. So grab your notebook, lean in, and let's make tonight count.
Amen. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara.
All right. All right. So here we go. Good evening, everybody. The icebreaker question. When you joined Avon, did you think of yourself as business owner or just someone selling products? Well, I thought of myself just selling stuff. I didn't think about being a business owner or, anything like that. I was
Mm,
just trying to sell stuff.
hmm.
So, that's interesting.
I
But
know,
yeah, I
right?
didn't think so.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was just selling.
yeah. Me
Mm-hmm.
too. Me too. Me
Mm-hmm.
too. I was just thinking of my, oh well, I'm gonna try to
Mm-hmm.
sell Avon.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Mhm.
Just like, the way you say, yeah, that was me that time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I started, it was the same. My mom, I think my mom started selling it first.
Mm,
And, I used to get customers for her. And I'm like, oh, man, I could do this too. But it's just, you just, I get some products from some people and they pay me for it. And that was,
hmm.
that was that. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, it was just someone selling products.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And sometimes I still feel like that. Sometimes I still feel like that. Um,
Hmm.
but then you are more aware that of the
Right.
business aspect part of it
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
you know more now. Um, you're better learned, I guess, on what it is that you're doing.
Yeah. So even if we get into that kind of the mindset mode to
Mm-hmm.
say, oh well, we're just we don't stay there.
Say that
Yeah,
exactly,
you
Right.
exactly.
you because
Because
then you've
now
now
you
been
know.
exposed to
Yeah,
how you
how
do
to operate a
business.
business.
Yeah. And so I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, for me, the first time I sold Avon, I felt I was just selling products.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had no leadership, no guidance, no direction. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
When I came back this time, in the beginning, I just felt like it was products, but it's different now because of the training and, everything that I have now. So I don't think I'm just selling products
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting take, because guess what? You came in and you immediately joined the group. You're not just by yourself. Now you're with us and we're sharing and learning and everything. So and then you came in and you say, oh, these people do things a little differently. And so you get right into the mindset. So it's like from the beginning, you hit the ground running as a business person. That's an interesting take because I really never thought about it that way. It is because of us, what we have developed, the rest of us have developed, that somebody coming in and joining the group, getting active in the group, that's what makes the difference. That's good. That's good. Thank you for that. Madison, are you able to share or it's not convenient for you now?
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm able. I'm just
Okay.
trying to multitask a little. So for me, it really was just kind of a thinking of myself as selling products thing, because not not having a very good job. I mean, regular high school, crappy 9 to 5 part-time type. It was one of those, okay, well, I saw it and it's like, I could use this to make more money. I wasn't thinking of it as anything like a true business venture at the time.
Mm, good. That's true. And that is why I appreciate this group so much, because of what we have developed. And so many people don't have this. So many Avon representatives do not have this. Anyway, we're gonna go on. Tamara, I think you're next. Tam, is she frozen? Think we just lost her. All right, I'm gonna start off until she comes back to us. Guys, every time that we show up, we are choosing to grow as business owners, and that is going to be pretty much a theme for us. Our topic tonight is essential to our business. It is how it is to help us keep more of what we earn because we're not just selling products, we are running businesses. The more we understand how our business works financially, the stronger and more confident we become. Tonight, we will learn how to track like a business owner and to protect our profits like a business owner. As we know, success is built by what we do, what we consistently manage. So, we're just, as we had said, we are going to be tonight, we're going to be talking about taxation. And so we're making a comparison between, because I think all of us have been at some point employees working for a company. And when someone work as an employee in a company, their employer automatically, if the company is run properly, automatically withhold income tax. Income tax in some states can run from 25, 20, 25, 30. That 30% of what you own goes into income tax. And it is withdrawn from each paycheck throughout the year. And this means that a portion of their earning is sent directly to the IRS on their behalf. Early the following year, employer provides the employee with a W-2 form, which shows the amount of income tax that was paid in. So, as ambassadors, nothing is withheld for us, which is why tracking our income and our expenses is so important for us as business owner. That's the difference between being an employee and being a business owner. Employees receive the W-2 because taxes were already withheld for them. But as ambassadors, we may receive a 1099 NEC from Avon, but no taxes. Even though we may receive a form, no taxes were taken out ahead of time. Therefore, instead of someone managing our taxes for us, we manage them ourselves. That's not for us to be fearful, but it is something for us to prepare for. We are business owners, right? We are self-employed owners. Avon does not take taxes out. Now, Avon charges us tax on the products that we bought, that we purchased, and that's separate. That's different. Sales tax is different from income tax. We are responsible, therefore, for tracking our income and expenditure. We will receive the 1099 NEC from Avon if we've earned over $600 and paid to you by Avon. For example, if you have online sale, if you get cash reward, if you have a team and you get income from the team and Avon sends it to you. So if for the entire year that which you receive from Avon amounts to more than $600, then Avon will send you a 1099 NEC form. If, as business people, we do not track our expenses, we will pay taxes on money you never actually kept. So, because if when we do our taxes at the end of the year, if we put our Avon income on top of that, but do not include any expenses, we are just giving that money to the IRS and not accounting for the other side of the ledger because we have income and we have expenses. If we are doing our documentations correctly. Um, So there's a formula for taxes. We have our commission minus our expenses that equals our profit. Okay? And that's how we look at it broadly for the year. For the profit, so the profit, therefore, is what we are taxed on. So if you earn $5,000, for example, we may be thinking that we owe taxes on 5,000. No way, that's not the case. It is if we, for example, add $3,500 in business expenses, our taxes would be on $1,500. And if you think about outside of Avon, just when you do your taxes, your tax preparer would just get your W-2 and he would put that amount in. And then any expenses, if you have a child, then that would be one thing that would be one write-off. If you have if you donate stuff, that's another thing. If you have health expensive, that's another thing. And those would be equal to our expenses as a business person. And those things are what are written off and reduce the amount of money that is taxed by the government. Okay, I don't want to complicate it too much with that, but that's how income tax works in general. Okay? Um, so, um,
Okay, so you did this one already, Angeline.
um, yeah.
Mm,
So where we are now here. Oh,
okay.
wait. Okay. It's Jeannie's
J.
turn.
Jeannie.
Jeannie, did we lose her now?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I was clicking on the wrong thing. Okay, so what counts as a business expense? If you spent money to run your Avon business, is it likely counts. So common Avon rep write-offs, brochures, samples, demo products, bags, tissue, labels, thank you cards, printer, ink, paper, postage, shipping supplies, mileage to deliver or vendor events. I don't do none of that. Vendor events and table fees. A portion of the cell phone bill, internet bill, home office space, training, materials, giveaways for customers, website fees, credit card, and processing fee. Y'all trying to get me locked up. No, I don't track any of that stuff.
Hmm.
I don't.
Okay. So what it is saying is that we actually should. If you are including your Avon in with your income taxes, then we should be accounting for these things because these are what are called business expenses. We purchase brochures, we purchase samples, we if you print stuff, if you do any postage, if you when you drive to places, when you do vendor events and you pay for it, those are things that we should be accounting for. A portion of your cell phone, you're always calling your. These are not, guys. These are not cheating. These are not. These are legitimate things. This is research I did. I did not come up with this. These are research that I did
Mhm.
and come up with and to be able to be presenting these with you. These are not from Angeline. These
Yeah.
are things that I do to include in my taxes at the end of the year. Um, some more than others. But yeah. If you use a home office, and we're going to go deeper into home office later on, giveaways, these are things that we do to run our business. Whereas if we don't do them, then our business would not be properly run. If we don't have brochures, then our business would not be properly run. And that is the whole point. If you don't have vendor events, it would not add to your income. If you did not have your cell phone, you would not be able to manage your business. It would be very difficult for you. And so that is the whole thing, that you are using these things to manage your business. And that's what these things are. I did not, they are not coming from Angeline.
And usually, your tax preparer, if they know you operate a business, they will ask these questions.
Yes,
These are questions that they will ask.
yes.
I mean, when back then I used to, answer to these questions, but I don't get a 1099 anymore. But these are questions that they ask, and they are legitimate questions because, as remember, you are self-employed.
Mm-hmm.
In the business setting, as an Avon representative, you are self-employed. If before Angeline talked about working for someone, when you work for someone, they do pay all these things. And that's why a lot of businesses, they pass off like a credit card processing fee. They pass that off on the customer.
Mm-hmm.
But these are a lot of things that, as a business owner with a brick and mortar, these are things that they write off because they are self-employed. I mean, if when you take into consideration all these things that you're paying for, these are monies out of your pockets that you're not getting back. At the end of the day, you might have the write-offs are there, but you might just break even where it doesn't even cost you anything. You know what I mean? And most of the times you break even. Or I can't remember the phrase that they use. Yeah, I think you break even is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
you make it, but you spend it back. So
You
it's a
spend
zero
it back,
zero at the
right.
end of the day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When it comes to mileage, when you deliver orders, go to the post office, attend vendor events, or shop for supplies, we should track our mileage. The IRS mileage rates yearly around 65 cents. Mile range recently, and that adds up fast. So 20 miles per campaign times 26 campaigns is equal to over 520 miles. And then you can have a deduction of over $300. And for most of us, we track, and most of us track zero of it. And I think I learned more about mileage when, especially if I think my accountant asked me this one year, like how many miles do I think I travel to
Mm-hmm.
how what's the farthest I have to go to deliver an order? I remember
Mm-hmm.
that question, and so they track it. How
Mm-hmm.
you can track it is, the mileage is in your vehicle. So you can look at it, and they have, these are things that you can pull up online, um, and download some kind of tracking mileage tracker. and see how many, how many miles you have, how many miles it takes you to get there, and how many miles it takes you to get back, and just record that. That's something easy that you can do. When you go to the post office, when you go to vendor events, keep a receipt or an invoice of, when you go to these vendor events. You can ask them for an invoice, or you can just let them know that you have a sheet, and you just write down everything, and that is what encompasses a serious business owner. And for someone who does this, as their only job, then these are things that they take into consideration, all these things. For some people, it might be something that you're just noticing that you can do. But going forward, these are things that are write-offs for us, because as we say, we are business owners. So you can download mileage tracker, go to or you could even build one on Excel. If you're tech savvy, you could build one on Excel, or you could just Google, mileage tracker PDF and download it, and then keep track of all that information. Any questions? Any surprises? Anything that pops out at you that you didn't know before?
No, I just have not been doing that though. I don't know. I just not have been doing. I don't even have my Avon 1099 or whatever it is. I don't even have that.
Well, remember the first thing that Angeline said. If you make over $600, and that is income
Hmm.
that you receive from online orders, from cash rewards from Avon, and from leadership things, and you get $600. You can always download the 1099 as well. They don't necessarily send it to you all, but there's a way for you to download the 1099 from your Avon
Wallet.
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 Yeah. So you can download it as well. So, go
But
into your Avon.
they did say, sorry, they did say that they are running late with it.
Uh-huh.
So I don't think it is ready as yet.
Okay. Okay.
They
So
did
that's
say that.
probably why I didn't understand it before though, because when I did get one, it's
Mhm.
nothing on there.
Right,
It's just all
because
zero. So,
right, because they did not take, they don't
mhm,
take anything
Exactly.
out.
Yeah.
So it is just for you to give your tax
Mm,
preparer, and then he'll ask you those questions as to
mhm,
what you do. Or if you're keeping an account, then you give it to him. So you're going
yeah.
to tell him what your earnings are per month or per campaign, and then what your expenses are per campaign or per month. Hey, Miss Pinky, good to see you.
So like your gas, when you go to the gas station and you buy gas, you keep ask for a receipt, ask for a receipt and stuff like that.
yeah, I
Hmm.
never, I mean, I get receipts for gas, but I never
Hmm.
think to put that on taxes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never
If
thought to
you
put that on
operate a
taxes.
business, if you're just using it for personal, they're not going to do anything. But if you're operating a business,
Hmm.
you need it. You need
But
it.
how do you know what to put down for gas though? Because you're getting gas because you got to drive somewhere, and it don't necessarily
That's
mean
where
that
the
you're doing
mileage
to.
comes in. So that's where you keep a track of your mileage. So, okay, so okay, say for instance, before you were an Avon representative, you may use half a tank of gas per week. Now, as an Avon representative, you're delivering orders, you're going vending. Now you're using a full tank of gas every week. So now you're having to buy more gas than you used to buy before. So that's something that's more money out of your pocket where you can, that's a deduction. So, you buy it, and that's how you keep track of your mileage. Before, you were like, okay, I used to use, you know 8 miles per week, now I'm using 15 miles per week, because you are having to do all these things, all these extra things that are business related. So you will notice, but for if you weren't noticing, if you weren't keeping track before, it doesn't seem like anything. But I'm sure for those of us who are keeping track, you're like, wait a minute, I just bought gas, last week, before I started my Avon business, I used to buy gas like, XYZ, but now I'm, buying more gas. So those are things that, we could take into consideration. Or we maybe what we can do, Angeline, is
Mm-hmm.
going further. We
Mm-hmm.
could probably discuss it maybe at a later point in the year before
Mm-hmm.
we start taxes, so that people can start, or something that we can introduce. Like now is a good time to introduce it so they know for next year. You know what I mean? So
Right.
there's a
Yeah,
lot
so
of
that is why we're doing
yeah,
it now
yeah,
so
yeah,
that people can track. The
yeah.
thing is, if you weren't tracking in 2025,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
going to be difficult for you
Mm.
to add this to your income taxes
For
for
now. For
2025,
now. Yeah.
unless you can scramble and say, well, you've done XYZ. If you can, rack your brain, you have some kind of record, some kind of something, then you can still do it for 2025. But now we're doing this on 2026,
Yeah.
so that when our tax time come at the end of the year, beginning 2027,
Yeah.
we could have had some record keeping,
Hmm.
all during this year, where we're
Yeah. Yeah.
keeping record of track of everything that we're doing so
Yeah.
that we're prepared.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But good feedback, Jeannie. That's
Yeah.
good. It's really good that we can because I mean, and I am not 100% either, because now I have to sit down now and put everything together for to provide my
Mhm.
tax preparer. I keep my receipts. I do have all of my receipts and everything, and so but then I have to, I just put them in an envelope, so they have to be put in order, and then I
Order.
have to put them
Mhm.
into a spreadsheet and everything. So. Yeah, thanks for the feedback, Jeannie. Okay,
Yeah, that's a lot.
I
Mhm.
know, but the thing, anyway, as we go on, there's
Yeah.
another slide that will help us even more too. Um, Go on, TP.
All right. So if you do not treat your Avon like a business, the IRS will treat it like a hobby. So hobby equals no deductions. Business equal lots of legal deductions.
All right, Jeannie, your turn.
All right, so simple record keeping. Keep this easy so they actually do it. Um, we do not need fancy software. We only need a small notebook or notes app,
Mm-hmm.
envelope for receipts, one page per campaign, what I earned, what I spent. That's it.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's it. That's it. So, that is to answer when we say it's a lot. If we wait until, I mean, like for me now, it's going to be a lot for me to get everything gathered together for my preparer. And even though I tell myself that I'm going to try to do it quarterly, I end up not doing it. And so I still have to do it. And so that is when it becomes tedious. But if we per campaign or say per month, jot down the things that we do, the expenses that we incur, put an envelope, because what I do is I have the envelopes and I mark them gas, I mark postage, I mark for food that I buy, I for vending that I do, I have different envelopes for them, and so I just put them in the envelope. So at least they're together. The expenses are there together, and then at a time when I can, I put them in some kind of order,
So
and
you put food down? I mean, okay, so when you I think I do know people when they drive to work, well, I don't know about gas, but I know people always, when they pay a toll, they keep those receipts and they do those.
Right.
But how do you do food? I mean, you got to eat anyway. I don't,
Yeah, because the thing is, if I go and see someone, if I have and I have a meal with them for, business, then
that
I
kind.
track
Okay.
that,
It's not a regular lunch.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not just regular food.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Hmm.
Yeah. When I go to convention, then I mean, the expenses that I
Hmm.
incur for that,
Hmm.
then yeah, I do it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. The food is one of the smaller thing. Now, this is something that I was not really doing regularly. I am going to do it this year, for last year. Home office. If you use a table, a desk, or just a corner regularly for Avon, that may qualify as a home office deduction.
What?
It's not the entire house, it's a space in your house. A corner, the pictures show it. Just you just have a desk. Tamara have a space in her apartment that she use. I have a space that I use. And anything that any corner, if you use a corner, then you can use that as something for your that you use for your business.
All right, why this matters. Most reps quit because they say, I'm not making any money, but they've never tracked expenses, so they never saw their true profit. This training is to help us all feel like real business owners, keep more of their money, stay longer in business. Every receipt is a pay raise at tax time.
Mhm.
And I can say, my husband, he does Lyft. So
Mhm.
he has his own, things that
Mhm.
he puts to the side because,
Mhm.
they will ask him, when he has gas receipts and they will ask him how many mileage you use because he
Mhm.
goes at a set time. So it's separate and apart from when he's at work. So,
Mhm.
he's able to track how many mileage he's used for the 3 hours that he's out there. I
Mhm.
remember we were doing taxes with my mom. My mom is also self-employed because she travels around to nursing homes and has patients. So
Mhm.
they will ask her, "Oh, do you have the same thing that Angeline just said about desk? Do you have an area in your home
Mhm.
that's where you work from, a computer and stuff like that? Even the computer that you used to work on,
Mhm.
you can use that as a tax write-off because that's what you use it for. Some people have where you have some people with a different cell phone, and they use that just for their business. That's a tax
Mhm.
write-off. So there are so many things that you can write off as a business owner, and that's where you will see your money. Because right now, we're just spending money to go
Mhm.
vending. We're spending money to deliver products. We're spending money for postage.
Mhm.
And we're basically breaking even because when you get that money back from your customers, you put it in your pocket and you're like, oh, when you take out the gas, when you take out the vending fee, when you take out, you're left with what, $5?
Mhm.
And then when you think about it, now that I'm sure a lot of us now will take into consideration or be more vigilant. It was like, you know what? Let me write this down.
Mhm.
So it's a good thing that we're talking about it because
Yeah.
and then talk to a lot of us have our accountants that we've been working with for years. Talk to them also, get some advice from them as well as to how you can keep track, how you can keep track of what it is that you're doing. Maybe they have different strategies that they can, that because they know you, they can give you different strategies. So talk to your accountant as well and let
Mhm.
them also help you.
Yep. Thank you for that, Tamra. So, important disclaimer, guys. We are not giving tax advice. We cannot. We are teaching you how to track so that your tax preparer can help you properly. And that is exactly what Tamra just said. That we are not giving tax advice. We are just preparing, giving you pointers, giving you information as to what to do to run your business properly and so that you can entirely benefit from it. So Pinky, I know you joined us late. You probably on bus or something. I noticed that you're muted, but we went through taxes and some of the things that we can do to keep a record of our expenses and also our income, guys, to see how much we are really making and how much we are spending so that we can benefit as business people. We take account of every time that we spend money related to our business so that we can have a conversation with our tax preparer at the end of the year. Any questions or comments from anybody at this time? Any enlightenment, anything you're going to try to be doing differently as we go on in the year?
I gotta try to just get the understanding of how to set up to do like I don't even know if I want to worry about gas because that's too tedious to me.
Mm-hmm.
But just putting
That's the
down
most
the
difficult one, I agree.
books that you pick up that you
But you know
order,
what, Jeannie? You know what,
bags.
Jeannie? You know what,
Hmm.
Jeannie? Don't think about the gas. Just think
Hmm.
about the mileage. So from your
That's what I'm
house,
talking about, the mileage.
right? No, no, but listen, from your house to your job, that is easy to track. Because if you just put that in your GPS will tell you how many miles that is. Just on your phone. If you put that on in your phone to say, take me from my house to your job, it can tell you how many miles that is. And you know how often you go there. And so
Yeah.
that is actually simple.
But I'm
And so
all over the place. So I go there. So then I got to put it in again to go to the next person's house. Then I got to put it again to go to the next person's house, because it's different people. They're not just at the job. They everywhere. North,
right.
east,
Right.
orange, they all over.
Yeah.
But if
So,
they're but if they're regular customers, you just have to do it once. You just have
hmm
to know the mileage once.
Yeah.
Hmm.
no,
So
but
if
then,
so if you have like a tracker to your job and you said, okay, I went to my job, it has so you say job and it's 7 miles. So all you have to do, all right, I went to my job, check. I went to Betsy's house, check. I went to, and then at the end of the month, you say, okay, I went to my job 8 times
Right.
or 12 times. So it's 12
mm,
times whatever the mileage is. So
mm,
that's the mileage that you went to your job for that, the Betsy, whatever. So remember, most of our customers, unless you get a new customer, then that's the only time you would add that to your tracker.
mm,
So,
Hmm.
if it's regular customers, then it would be easy. And you don't have to, you just need to check. I went there today, check. And then,
Yeah, and the date you just
yeah,
make an account of the
account that
date
you
and the
went there.
person's name
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's yeah. So that's good. That's good.
mhm.
Yeah. Miss Barbara, you were saying something?
I'm gonna have to work on this tracking,
Mm-hmm.
writing everything down,
Mm-hmm.
what I
Yeah.
spent.
Yeah.
So that's
Um, yeah, don't make it don't make it too much, guys. Don't
okay.
don't 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 don't
Overwhelm
complicate it too
yourself.
much. Don't be overwhelmed by it. It's a matter of keeping track. And one of the best things that you could do is just if you have a calendar, a notebook,
Mhm.
something, a planner, something that you have that you can just keep you know the
Correct.
date on the date to say on this day you went XYZ place and so on and you know thing just try to keep a rough thing. It doesn't have to be perfect because
Mhm.
chances are your tax preparer is going to make adjustment
Yeah.
to your benefit as
Yeah.
best as he can,
Yeah.
and they know how to make things work.
Or
So
even when you're packing the orders, because remember you
Mhm.
got to look at a sheet to pack your orders,
Right.
so you could even use that, when what do you call them? The printing, the packing list or something like that.
yes,
So you
Mhm.
could keep that and say, okay, you went there this day, that day. So that is something that you're already using.
I get
yes.
that.
So, if you use it, but that's something that
Yeah.
you can print. Yeah.
Mm.
And brochures, you know that if every campaign you order one pack of brochure,
Mhm.
you know that for 26 campaigns, you know what that is.
Well,
One
that's
pack of brochure is $6.75.
Mhm.
You know how to just keep a track of
so
that.
I could do that. I have that for all last year. I do know that,
Exactly, exactly.
but
Or
that's
Yeah.
even
about it.
your vending events.
Your vendor events,
I don't
Yeah.
have
you can
anything for
you
that.
can you can you can have that. you
Mm.
you you on your invoices from Avon, and I
Mm-hmm.
I hope we all know how to print an invoice for yourself from
Mm.
Avon. That's something that we can do for you next time to show you how to print an invoice, your invoice that
Right.
shows everything that you ordered for
Okay.
yourself and your customers.
Mm-hmm.
At the bottom of it, it tells you how much
Tax.
taxes you
Yeah.
pay into Avon.
Mm.
And that is something that you can keep a track of as well, because that is an expense.
Mm-hmm.
Because you paid Avon taxes,
Mhm.
you paid
Mm-hmm.
shipping as well. So that's also another expense that you
Mm-hmm.
pay for Avon. And so yeah.
So
So
we
that
would
is
have to like print those out and then give that to the tax preparer, the person who do your tax.
No, no. If you just make a note of them, if you can use Excel to just do an Excel spreadsheet and just
Right.
fill in each month or each campaign what you do, you give them the sheet.
I need to be
You
fresher in
give
that.
them
I don't
what
remember
you
how to do that.
well, yeah, but I mean, you just write it down. You just type it or write it down, and you just give it to them. They will use the information, the record.
Mm.
Okay. I
Mm.
hope this was helpful, guys. We try to provide you with as much information as we can so that you can run your businesses properly. And so we hope that this was helpful. And if you have any further questions, you can please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you further. If you want to get anything that we have done here, to help you send this information to you, I mean, we'll be happy to do that as well. I'll put this form, this tracker, this form in this is the mileage one
Mm-hmm.
that you can use to keep an account of what you do.
You gonna
Um,
post that somewhere or?
yeah, I'll probably get a cleaner one so
Mm-hmm.
that I don't have to have this one with the lady's hand in it. So I'll find one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you noted I put in the group that Avon has deodorants this campaign, $2.99
Mm-hmm.
each.
Mm-hmm.
If deodorant is one of the things that you sell, then you can make use of that because the summer is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see it now, but because it's
Mm-hmm.
been so cold, but it is coming. It is coming. So
I
and
can't
there
see that.
lots and lots of things are on special now too.
What is this over here where the track on the other side of the tracker? I can't see any of that. I don't
Oh
even.
yeah, this is the Excel
Okay.
sheet showing how you can do the mileage log.
Oh, because I can't see any of that. I can't
Mm.
enlarge this. This is a new computer. I'm telling you. I'd rather do my Avon on the phone because this is too much work.
Oh, you have a computer, a new computer?
Yeah, yeah, another one. And I cannot. I'm trying to figure out how to operate this doggone thing. So I was even trying to do my invoices for my last order, and it's so different. It's so different than the phone. To me, I mean, it's so different from the Chromebook I had.
Oh,
It's
okay.
much different. And then the phone, if you want to print out invoices, that's even different from the Chromebook. So I got to get my son over here to show me how to operate. And he don't know too much because he don't know the website.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of
Yeah.
these days I can stop by and help you, or you can come by
Come
and we
over there.
can look at
Yeah.
it. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
yeah, try to figure it out and to make something just simple, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's much different on this computer. I can't even enlarge the screen to read what you had there. It's not my full screen up. I don't even know what to do to make the full screen.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's just a square there, you know.
Mm.
But then you can see the outside of it because if I can make it bigger, then I won't see nobody's picture up there. But I can't do it on this
Mm.
computer. I haven't figured that out yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Mm-hmm.
Our next meeting is March 2nd.
God, it's 8:30 already? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, ladies, thank you. Oh, there is Pinky.
Hello.
There's Pinky, that
I'm,
beautiful smile.
I'm home
Thanks,
now.
ladies. If
Thank
you
you.
guys, if you're watching the recording, thank you for tuning in. We hope that you would have learned something
Yeah,
from
Yeah,
interesting.
what we shared. I mean, have been inspired and we have learned, and
Mm-hmm.
so we hope that you. And again, we
yeah,
are
very
not giving you
informative.
tax advice. We
Mm-hmm.
are just providing you with information to keep an account of your business. What did you say, Pinky?
I said very informative.
Yes, yes, we try. We try.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me end the recording. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
night. Don't go.
You gave me a headache.